Guys, welcome to the first video tutorial on Android app development for beginners. In the last video, we have learned about how to set up development environment for creating our first Android application. In this video, we will be learning about creating our first Android Studio project for creating our first Android application. So guys, let's get started. Before creating our first Android Studio project, you need to make sure you set up some basic software. As I have already described previously, you need a Java development or JDK kit from Oracle. You also need to have installed and updated Android Studio. If you haven't gone through these yet, stop watching this video and go back to the previous video that describe how to set up our development environment. In this course, we are using Android Studio 4.0.1 version, which is our latest compatible version, and I am working with a version of SDK for Android 10 or Android 10, which is known for the developer as API level 29. So, so to create your first Android application, you need to start Android Studio. In the Android Studio welcome screen, you need to click Start Android Studio Project. Select basically by default your app will have a single activity or screen and a default selection. There's a blank activity. This will create a single activity and display some simple text. It will also create a fairly sophisticated control basically and called as action button, and add Java code to react your user when the user presses the button. So let's click on next. After that, you can see that there is a name, package name, save location, language, and minimum SDK. And I'm going to name my application as Hello World. As you guys already know, that whenever you create your first project anywhere, whether it's in Java or Android, you should basically name that project as Hello World. My particular app is going to be a clothing catalog for a fictional company name, HS Sport. So I'm going to set a package name com.example dot com.example dot hsport dot catalog dot hello world. As basically you can see that package name is what is the use of package name, you must be thinking about. So the package name is also known as app identifier and provide a global unique identifier for app. I'm going to use this same package for all of the sample application throughout the project, so that when I install a new app, it will replace the old one at particular device. So I don't need to create every time. I'm just going to change that location of that project where I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it inside E drive, inside YouTube Android Studio projects. Then click OK. After that, here you can see that it is asking for minimum SDK, and by default it is set to API 22 or Lollipop version. So you must be thinking about what is a minimum SDK. So the minimum SDK is a minimum version of Android operating system required to run the particular application. By default it is set to API level 22 and or Lollipop version. And you can even see that your app will run approximately to 92.3% of the device. So this is the total percentage of version for which my particular app will be supported to. So after that, just click finish. If it is the first time you have gone through this process, it might take a while to get here. Down at the bottom of the screen, you must see there's a basically a Gradle sync written, right? So it is written over there, and there's a screen called tips of the day. So if you are coming for the first time, you can even read it, the tips which are being provided by the Android. So if you are doing it for the first time, you can even go through these things. Basically the indexing is going on. This process can take a few minutes, so step away from the computer and come back a little bit later. The next time you will create a project, it's my promise it will create a bit faster. Also, if you basically if you see some error, want the process to finish before you try to fix it, you must take a while. It must take a while for finishing the process. If it's giving some error, you must wait for a while before the process is just being completed or the Gradle building is completed. So just give some time. You can see that the indexing is going on. For the first time it will take some time, so just give some time to this before the process has just been completed. You can see that it's downloading some files and indexing is going on. It also depends upon the internet speed as well. I think my internet speed is a bit slow, so that's why it is unable to download some files, but it is taking a bit more time. If you are having a good internet speed, then it's going to work a bit more faster than comparatively to this one. Just hold for a time. Suppose if you got still some errors in your project after this, so you can just go inside the build, and after that just click on clean project. It will automatically release those files which are remove those files which are not needed, and will again rebuild the project from the starting, and will configure your project successfully. As you can see that my project is being configured successfully. So now you have created the app. Now you are ready to test in the device. You need either a physical device that configure for testing, or a virtual device that you can use in the Android emulator. That's it for this video. I hope you like this video. In the next video, I will tell you guys how to get started with both options. That is the testing process of in the virtual device or in the physical device. So guys, please like and subscribe my channel and keep supporting guys. Thank you so much.